Hi everyone, and welcome back. Hope you're all having a good day, and welcome to my first little wander around the Lamordia expansion. I say first little wander. We've had a bit of a mooch round, myself and a guildmate, and we've done 11 of the 13 quests. So what I really meant was first little wander on the channel, I guess. I figure I've seen enough now to be able to comment in a fairly informed manner, both positive and less so. So without further ado, let's dive into it. So the first thing to note is it's a lot smaller than the Mythdrana. I think by common consensus the Mythdrana wilderness was too large. The running time to quests was a real pain, and there weren't really enough teleporty style options, a la Isle of Dread type thing. So that size became a bit of a negative. Here I think it's much more manageable. It's been nice to have a wander around. It's got the feel, the immersion of the sort of Victorian style thing, the Industrial Revolution, the chimneys belching the smoke and the red brick buildings. I'm quite a fan, and it's the first wilderness that's been located in a sort of a towny area, I think, isn't it? I suppose Ravenloft had its built-up area, but no, this definitely has a different feel to it. And I think, yeah, immersion-wise, it's pretty good. Let's just take you out here, show you this is the sort of centerpiece of the wilderness area, the Ludendorff City Hall. Look at that. What does that remind you of? Anybody who's seen Ghostbusters must surely think of that towering building, and on top you get the encounter with is it the Marshmallow Man and all that kind of carry on. But I digress. I think that's pretty good that the snow sort of falling softly, these leaden grey skies and this towering building. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with the feel of the whole place. I should mention that although we can see it's epic here, the Explorer goals or whatever they are, it is actually at the moment only giving heroic level XP, so that needs sorting out. But we expect these minor glitches when the things first go live. On the positive side, I haven't found anything so far in any quest that that's been non-completable or buggy or anything like that. So that's been great. As I say, I've played through 11 of the 13, had a lot of fun, pretty immersive content. Um, for the XP per minute boffins, I guess they're going to be disappointed that there are no teleports to the quests. That's one thing to mention. I guess there'll always be this debate, won't there? I mean, I'm an example of it. They did Ravenloft and they had teleporters to every quest entrance. So what happened? Very few people actually saw the wilderness. The only people who really saw it were those who really wanted to explore and those who were doing slayers in there. Until I got dragged into a slayer group once for Ravenloft, I'd never really seen the wilderness. So that's a shame. So I don't mind at all as long as it's on a reasonable scale and not crazy large like the Myth Drana is. Something like the Fae or like this, where you running to the quest is kind of part of the thing to me. I know when you're on your 20th or 30th run up to the snowy peaks in the Stormhorns, that could get to be a bit of a pain, but I don't know. I don't mind it too much. I think there's a reasonable balance here. Although the potion runners, as I said, would beg to differ, I'm sure. What else have we got here? Right, yes. I'll touch on it briefly. I'm not going to dwell on it because I know it's a reason many people have not bought the expansion in the first place. This business with the named loot and the augments being on the named loot list. In the 11 quests I didn't find anything what I would consider named loot. like an item. I found several of these augments, which the developers would argue is now named loot, but to me it's not. So that did feel hollow and still feels wrong. Let's move swiftly on to a positive. You might recall that many, if not all, of the optional objective chests are pretty much trash chests in Mithranor, so very little incentive to go for those. That's now been corrected for this one, as far as I can tell. All the optional stuff that we saw contained pack ingredients. For those of you who didn't know, this expansion follows a very similar theme to the Isle of Dread one, where you go around the wilderness and the quests themselves, picking up ingredients in every chest and gradually amassing enough to alter items from the quests or to make new and powerful end game weaponry, that kind of stuff. So it's that kind of theme again, but even more customizable from what I can tell than Isle. The base items, from what I see, are more just kind of shells for you to build on. You get 2 augment slots, which is pretty standard nowadays for end game stuff, but also 2 what would you call it? Like the scale and the claw and the fang slot for Isle of Dread, you get two of those to play with. And I think on many of the items as well, there's also a sun or a moon augment slot. So there's a great deal of flexibility there for those of you who are into that. Me personally, I haven't even looked at what's on offer loot-wise. Haven't looked at all. It's just something that will come if it comes, and if there's something that can benefit one of my characters, great, but I won't be doing anything in the way of, searching for things or farming or anything like that, just no. So why would you invest in the expansion in the first place if you're not interested in the loot, you might ask? Well, in my case, just to have something a bit extra to do, because I like sitting at the cap with my characters and playing, stacking the sagas for extra epic lives, and just playing at the cap for the various content that we have. So that's one thing. And I just mentioned the other. I like to go through all the epic content when I reach the cap with the character, stack all the sagas, and give myself an easy second epic life on top. So for me personally, it's worth having, aside from the fun of having extra and different content to do. But for those of you who are more focused maybe on the heroic leveling, as one person mentioned to me recently, it's quite understandable you would not see any value in it at all, because around that level, it's level 8 heroic if you didn't know, level 36 in legendary base, so that means on Reaper level 38. But yeah, there's loads of content around the heroic area for this, so no need whatsoever to rush out and get it if you're just into leveling and you TR every time you hit the cap. Just I would avoid in that case. I think it's more one for the end game crowd. What else have I got here? I've just mentioned that. Yeah, the named loot in the optional chest, it felt like a nice difference from the garbage of the Mithranor. So that is a positive. I know everybody's still going to be focusing on the fact that augments are dropping in place of named loot, but that's how it is, and we all have an option, don't we, to vote with our wallets if so. Seen some interesting quest mechanics as well, particularly in what I think is the last quest, which comes in 2 parts. There is a mechanic with an end boss who initially can't be beaten. You have to do something a bit different. I won't spoil it for those of you who haven't seen it. You have to do something a bit different initially, and then work your way to the part 2 where you eventually can beat him. And that in itself is quite nice because it sort of establishes this enemy that then comes back to be faced again at the end of the thing. I must mention that quest in itself, which is in an asylum. I think we can see on the map here. Is it which one is it? That's the one, Ludendorff Asylum main building. I don't know about you folks, but to me, when I was growing up, there was a mental hospital not very far away from where I grew up, and we used to play on the grounds there, tennis with friends, because it was free to go in there. And you always used to wonder, I don't know if this is just me and my child's mind or what, but you used to hear these stories and you used to wonder about sort of what went on down in the bowels of the building, you know, all the, I don't know, strange. I mean, this thing's got the theme, hasn't it? Strange experiments and God knows what going on down there, the holding cells. It's got it all in there. So if I can, I'm going to try and show that quest at some point, just to sort of show the immersion that I'm talking about. Okay, what else have we got here? Yeah, there's one or two little Easter egg type things sort of scattered around the wilderness that are not actually marked on the map. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find them because I don't think they're that close to one of the quest entrances, but you're getting a nice look at all the red brick buildings. This is obviously by day. By night, there's like an eerie glow in the sky, and it's I think it's suitably immersive, all this. I'm going to give you a look at the docks down here. I like this section. One or two of these have quests going to them, and if you look here in the distance, we can see bits and pieces over there, and this is actually part of the thing as well, because one or two of the quests, the theme is being taken away. Oh, you can see there's one here. I'll take you to this one. Being taken away by boat. Like the little rowing boat there, to the scene of the quest. I think that one takes you to a snowy island. Will you leave me alone, you lot? So yes, I like this section, the edge of the little town there. The other thing I wanted to show in the wilderness area was the view from up above. I think we were going to there's one quest that takes place in a mine. This one down here. Hopefully in traveling around you'll get to see that it's not the mega journey that the Mithdrana wilderness is either. It got a bit of a oh crap! I've fallen. Okay. Oh, I wanted to show these archers over the river. Can I even get out of here now? I'm not sure I can. Might we have to recall from here? Oh, this isn't good. Oh dear. Oh, blimey. Am I about to find a stuck spot here? No, I don't think so. Giving you a nice view from down in the water at the snow-capped buildings. But what I wanted to do was go to that mine on the other side. Come on, man. Okay. I think if we just recall, we might have a better chance here. I just killed a dog. That doesn't sit well with me. Oh, go away. So yeah, we're gonna go and have a look because that mine is in a area sort of raised up over the top of the whole thing, and you get a good view from above then. That's another nice little view of the town square. I think it's nicely done. And look at the old the period costumes as well. These brick archways. Yeah, I think it's fair to say I'm a fan of this stuff. One thing that they seem to have persisted with from Mythdrana that I'm not a fan of in the wilderness, they get these red, well, red named things, but that are not, strictly speaking, bosses. They don't leave a chest. There's nothing, you know, in the way of encounter. It's just a sort of a bog standard red name. But the red thing in historically has always attracted my attention. I think, oh, boss, chests, that kind of thing. So I don't particularly like that. I think a red name should be a red name, you know, with all the trappings that that includes. So this is the entrance to the mining area. But if we look down back here now, the view we've got, I think we're coming towards night, aren't we? It's going all grey and but you've got the chimneys, the factories. I just think it's quite an immersive scene, that. And then we've got a little Vistani camp here, my guildmate noticed. Okay, so that's the wilderness, the immersion. I wanted to show, I don't think I'm gonna, because I'm gonna be running around everywhere looking for it. There's a waxworks museum in one area. It's not of any particularly relevance to the storyline, I don't think, but it's just a nice little side thing. And then there's at least one deserted warehouse that we went in and looked around. You got the light shining in through the windows, and scattered around said warehouse, you've got these boxes that are sort of juddering, a bit like one of the rares in the salt marsh, if you know that area, you know, with the shuddering box that when you hit it, the rare comes out and you fight the rare for the chest. Well, in this case, it's all sort of brain, you know, brain experiments and lobotomized Lord knows what that's coming out of the box, brain in a jar, and yeah, suitably gruesome stuff. What else have I got here? North. Oh no, that's just. Yeah, quest length. I would say it's sort of medium for all. Maybe once you get to know them, maybe a bit shorter. There's nothing in here that seems overly complex, or that you'd get you know, you'd get 20 minutes into and maybe have to go. Nothing like Slave Lord's length, if you know, if we use that as a sort of barometer. Personally, I prefer that. I'm not a fan of the big, long quests for various reasons. If you have to break off for any reason, you end up either getting left behind or losing your progress or whatever. I'm quite happy for the length. I wouldn't say they're, you know, flash in the pan, mega quick things, but I think it's reasonable, at least to me. I'll mention here, I haven't read any of the feedback anybody else has left regarding this. I just wanted to give mine, you know, unbiased. My guildmate and I had a good time in the area and with the quests, so that's the general feedback I'm putting out here. What's this top? Yeah. I think I've basically said it all there that I was going to do. So I want to take you to this where is it? No, is it that one? Yeah, I want to take you to the asylum and show you that it is meant to be the last one in the chain, but I just thought it was so atmospheric that we should maybe, as mentioned, I've been affected a bit by the fact I was kind of brought up not far away from one, and you sort of get to wondering. See, there's an example. I'm sure that's a red name that isn't really a red name. Yeah, just a standard sort of bandit thing. Yeah, so no chest, no nothing. And you can see there the kill 10 was 133 XP, so it's obviously on heroic. It's displaying epic, but the the thing is on heroic, so I think they've already mentioned they're going to sort that out. Is that the place we're going to? Yes. Yeah, it definitely has the look of one. The only thing it's missing is the old clock tower. They always had a clock tower in there, like a central square, these asylum type things. So, are we going to be allowed to go in, or do we? Oh no, we have to. I think we have to pick up the things from the main hall, don't we? Is that the main hall there? Okay. I've not actually shown you in there, so let's take this opportunity to go and see a little bit. So this is the public area where all the quest givers are, all the utilities, leveling people, banks, all the rest of it. You can see it all on here. Crafting devices for later on. Once you've got an item, you can see the banks, auction house, everything's here. If you want to do the chains in order, you've got the part 1, part 2. I'll just pick up everything I can find, and then hopefully... Yeah, look at the policeman uniform here. Hopefully we'll be able to access the asylum thing. Once I've picked these things up, we'll have a little look round the... I think that was the first one. I don't... With this character, I'd only done the first one. To access the area, it's a bit like Ravenloft. There's kind of an into the mist quest that you do called the Body Snatchers, I think. And once you've done that, you've got access to this area. Roaring fire. So 13 quests in all. One of them, the asylum one, comes in 2 parts. So you can see we've just got part 1 and part 2. So hopefully we'll be allowed in. I think the feature I like the most in here is these old light bulb things with the fittings. Quite a fan of them. Let's just take you around the area so you can have a little look if you haven't seen it. Nothing too much to see up here. Okay. Let's see if we can access this asylum now. There we go. So locked away part 1. Now, since I mean, the only one I can think of in 2 parts, and it's not really in 2 parts, is the there's the one in 3 Barrel Cove, isn't there? I suppose there's a couple there technically. There's the Fire Caves, which has 2 things to it, and there's the Gal's Tomb. But apart from that, I can't think of too many like this, unless you include the whole of the Tangleroot series. But this I think is quite well done. I'll let you make your own minds up. Now, I've only ever done this once, and I was guided round, so it'll be more of a journey of discovery, so please bear with me. I think the objective of the game for this first part, as you can see here, we have a chest there which turns out to be the end chest. We're trying to get this door open. It'll pop up in the objectives.
It's imperative that you find him before Dr. Mordenheim catches on to your scheme. The plaque beside this door reads Patient's
So
Wing.
as far as I
You'll need
remember,
a
as soon as
silver
we
key
speak
to
to this
open the door.
person,
Your
all hell
inclination
breaks
is to
loose in
ask the
here.
receptionist for information on Auerbach's whereabouts. You can only hope that she'll cooperate.
There we go.
The receptionist howls as she pulls a nearby lever, triggering an alarm. You hear a voice echoing in the chamber.
The alarm!
The voice says,
The enemy of Dr. Mordenheim has entered the asylum. Orderlies, hunt them down.
Given the serious amount of time I'm taking to grind these things down, I think it's a good job I've got quite a nice CC on the weapon, eh? Right, so we have two doors that have opened to us now. Through here and through there. So that, as you can see, find the key to unlock the patient's wing, which is that door there, and that's the whole objective of this part 1, is to find that key. So straight away we see the red of the alarm that's gone off, and we see also this typical just long never-ending corridors of the asylum type thing, and also typical the wallpaper of the period, just as this cheesy horrible wallpaper. Nurses and peoples. So we've got a thing there. Oh, we've got a golem. Thankfully, again, our CC is enabling us to not take too much of a pummeling here. Oh, don't stand up there. Come on. Okay. So, can we see what that has opened? Yeah. Some of them bite. Now, this is invisible. Maybe that's a slight bug. Whoever said that was... So again, this red flash of the alarm. And then we've got there's this ongoing theme not running through, not just this one, but several others as well. This electrical thing, you know, shock treatment and all this kind of theme. Some of the puzzles are relating to that too, and it's I think it's suitably immersive. But the whole thing in this one, these narrow, long corridors leading you down into the bowels of who knows what.
an imposing
Head orderly.
figure stands in the center of this room. He scrutinizes
Now, I
you for a
think this
moment.
could be
Then
the
a snarl
area
stretches
where I
across
mentioned
his
there was
face.
a mechanic. I don't think we can kill
You must be the
this
intruder.
person. What we
He
have to
gives you a
do is
curt
use
nod.
him, one of
I'm
his
the head
attacks,
orderly
to
here.
get through these
Before I pummel you into the ground,
weakened
let's
panellings.
have a chat. Perhaps we can settle this without our fists.
He beckons you over to him.
Very
Okay,
well.
so I think that yellow line that he's just done, if we can get him to focus that here, you see I can't break it myself.
This wall
But if
looks
we can
weak.
get him to do it,
Perhaps a direct charge to the head orderly might bring it down.
it's just mentioned there in the, yeah, in the audio. It said a direct charge from the orderly might bring it down. So now we have to get out through, oh, there are two things we have to light up. There's another one somewhere. Oh, this other wall, of course. My bad. So you can see we can damage him, but we can't... if we knock him all the way down, he just respawns again. So it's pretty pointless even doing that. Just waiting for him to smash the wall. Same deal here. Get this... Now, we could have a problem here. If there's two or more of you, then one distracts him and the other one pulls the thing. Here we just have to be a bit sneaky about it. And as we go down here, I think he will follow us down here, but when we disappear out of the end here, I don't think he will pursue any
You
further.
try to escape the head orderly, but he rounds the corner, following you into this room.
Yeah, there must be another wall here to break. Is there? Oh, we just go through here. Sorry, my bad. So as soon as we go in the courtyard, he stops his following. But I thought that was a really interesting mechanic because, of course, we went in there, we beat him down, he came back up, same thing again. Oh, I've just realised I've got the wrong ring on. I should give this one an honourable mention. This Ring of Baphomet drops in the either in the Sans Chains of Flame quest, or I've also seen it drop in Zoabi's Revenge, the raid in there. If you turn it into legendary, you can have it as a nice swap-in for any time you need alignment absorption for raids like the Fire over Morgrave, where the Vrox are giving all that evil damage. To have that can get him up towards 50% alignment absorption, which is pretty awesome for that kind of thing. Means I can more or less ignore the Vrox on the normal difficulty, which is nice. Other places it might be useful. I think that that horse in the Vecna quest that can do horrible damage, I think that's some kind of alignment. Also, in Vision of Destruction, I think the boss does, among other things, evil damage, or it's definitely some kind of alignment anyway. So could have its use as that thing, but in this case we want to be onto our normal one.
You run through the gap left by the broken wall. You expect the head orderly to come after you, but he hesitates when he sees the patients gathered nearby.
So here we go.
Go ahead.
Fishing rod.
He says.
When we
I'll find you
first
later.
ran into
Wait
this,
for
we're
crying
thinking,
out.
hey, what on earth is
You
this?
find a rusty fishing rod leaning against the fountain. You bring it with you, just in case you have a use for it later.
But pretty.
Okay, so back in we go. Straight away we see a lever here. And is that the only way we can go?
You hear a growl and a slurred threat nearby.
Oh,
A patient must have confused you for an enemy.
okay. No, so there are two ways we can go. We still have the alarm going on here. Let's get stuck in. Okay. I think we've got a room either side here. Little shrine. I think we might be coming towards... No, okay. Nothing too much in those. Keep going. Oh. Oh, okay. That's rather... So that tells me we must have to go this way. Door closed unceremoniously in our faces. Can't go in there. So we're retracing our steps here, aren't we? By the looks of the map. Yeah, we've been here already. So we're gonna... There must be something new in the entry area now. think or hope. Not there. So are we going through here? No. Just in case you were in any doubt if this was a first time playthrough or not. So it was that door there that just shut on me, didn't it? I think what I'm gonna do, I've given you a good impression of it anyway. I'm gonna leave it there because I don't want you to be sort of watching me messing about for the next 20 minutes or so. All I wanted to do was to give my impressions and to show you a little bit inside here. I would have liked to show you further down. You've got the sort of padded holding cells and things lower down. You've got a little lever to switch the alarm off. And as mentioned, there is in the part 2, there's the ultimate encounter with that boss that we escaped just now. I'm glad I at least got to show you that mechanic, because I think it's quite an interesting departure from just find boss, beat down, that kind of thing. Hopefully I'll be able to come back in another one, maybe with 1 or 2 completed quests this time. Thanks very much as always for looking, and the too long didn't listen version would probably be, if you're interested in, you know, new content, new saga for the end game, for the cap, go for it. If you're more of a heroic an epic leveler and don't like to spend time at the cap, I would say probably hard pass. Okay, that's it for now. I will speak to you soon. Take care.